Waiting and waiting is not easy. We women have got some needs. Men, you don't really have a biological clock. Not really. But ladies, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, my biological clock is ticking. My hormones are raging out of control. Sometimes I find myself talking to my vagina. What is going on down there? What are you doing? Put a penis in me now. Okay, calm down. Goodness. I want to have a baby. And I want to get married. And it's time I do something about it.
Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Ask the Girl from Schenectady. And I'm your host, Nigerian Queen, Aduayo Magic Kodumi, aka Ayo Magic, the girl from Schenectady. So that clip you just saw was another clip from my one-woman show where the main character is having a conversation with her vagina. So today's topic, man, is it true that you prefer women that are classy in the streets, not a freak in the sheets? Well, let's hear from the male panel on this one.
You could be in the street, and as much as a freak, you could be in the sheets. Like that, like obviously that's like a dream, right? Because it's never the case. Like you just got to find the right balance for the person that's for you. I love the bonnet. Don't get me wrong. I understand. We gotta protect that beautiful black texture hair all the time. But
always.
Sometimes hey, if it's my birthday,
Right.
Like let's mess up that hairdo for my birthday. Another $200 for you to get it done.
I don't think any man don't want a woman that's a freak, and a freak is whatever whatever a freak is to you. Just like I'm sure a woman wants a man that's a freak. I think it's really just being comfortable with who you are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We all have different freak levels, and that's your business. But don't be afraid for that move. Be comfortable, and because we are Christians, I don't hear this said a lot, but God created sex. Let God into that intimacy. You know what I'm saying? When you have your intimate time with God is for you, having sex with your wife, you having sex with your husband. So let God into that. You're not doing anything nasty. You ain't doing anything that's forbidden by Him. Now, if you're not comfortable in doing it, that's a different thing. But don't ever be someone who's married and feel like, oh, I can't do this because the God doesn't approve of it. Now, if it's bringing someone else in or porn and other stuff like that, then that may, be something that God doesn't approve of. And I'm not going to, that's to each their own,
Well, thank you, men, for your honesty. I have to applaud these men for their honesty. So let's just be real, okay, men? Us women know what you like. Okay, we know, men, you do prefer women that have a little freak in them. You do like some bedroom action. So let's just be real, okay? But I do need to agree with Courtney on sex being created by God. I believe God created sex. I believe it's something meant to be enjoyed between a man and his wife. Yes, I believe, you should be married before you have sex. But, if you are not getting married or you don't believe in marriage, then that's an entirely different topic. But I do believe sex is meant to be enjoyed between a man and a woman, and I believe if you put God in the center of everything, then it will be amazing. You will have a great sex life. But we already know that men do like women that have a little wild side in the bedroom. That's not a surprise. Now, on another note, I do have to say that I notice a lot, especially with celebrities, that a lot of times celebrities get, a lot of slack for kind of displaying how sexy and sensual they are with their husbands because, they have a great sex life or they talk about it or they display their sexuality. And I think that's just wrong. I don't believe that anything is wrong with Christians having a great sex life. God, again, like I said, created sex and it's okay for us to have a good sex life and to talk about it, you know, and it doesn't make us less of a Christian. It doesn't make us less of a woman, you know, as long as you know in your heart that you have a relationship with God and you guys are not doing anything crazy in the bedroom, you know. So that's just how I feel. You know, you may disagree, but that's how I feel. All right, y'all know what time it is. It is time for the battle of the sexes, dating scenarios. Yep. So in this particular segment, the male and female panel are provided multiple choice questions, and the men have to answer questions based on what a woman would do in this particular dating scenario, and the women have to answer questions based on what a man would do in this particular scenario. So let's take a look and see how things went down.
Robin was in a relationship for 4 years with Nicholas, and she fell in love with him. Nicholas said he loved her too, but they both decided marriage was not what they wanted, and they decided to live together. However, 5 years into their relationship, Nicholas cheated on Robin. Robin was devastated, but she moved on and met William. She has been in a healthy relationship now with William for 6 months. However, Nicholas calls her 2 years after they split up, and now he wants her back. So what happens next? The answers are Robin. Is it A, Robin says we need to talk. Let's meet at the coffee shop after 4. B, Robin just ignores him until he stops calling her. Or C, Robin tells him on the phone, no way, to stop calling her because she has moved on with William.
Now, you said she was in a healthy relationship with William, but you didn't say she was in love like she was with the other dude. So she definitely want that closure, I think.
she has been in that healthy relationship with William for 6 months.
Finally start loving me like I love them. I feel like it should be A or possibly C.
You think or C? What was C? C said she said stop calling me. I'm in a happy relationship with Robert.
Yeah.
With William.
With William, I mean. Women aren't going to usually tell you they're in a relationship.
Oh no, they're gonna tell you. Women want you to know, yeah, I'm doing good now. Oh, they're gonna tell you, trust me.
But it seems like all of them are possible then, because she just ignore them too.
Well, they're all possible, but like the more likely one, because she was more in love with him than he was with her at the time.
10 seconds.
So I feel like A would be my answer, but what do you think?
Timer's up. Final answer.
I'm going A.
A. A is 3 points. We need to talk. Let's meet at the coffee shop at 4.
About what? No.
Exactly. She's moved on with another man. The correct answer was C. She tells him on the phone, no way, stop calling me. I've moved on with William. That's what she says.
Look, I'm gonna keep it a bug, Brendan. She tricked me because when she emphasized with the clue,
He's being nice.
there's gonna be something off with this one.
What? What are you talking about?
Because I would have done B. I'm just gonna ignore you.
I was thinking B. I was thinking
That's what I did too.
Yeah, I'm blocking.
Yeah. Like, let's be real here, right? Because you said she was like madly in love with this dude, and he was, I guess, kind of in love with her. So, but she actually get that. They agreed they didn't want to be married, but
No. She was madly in love with him. He just loved her. There's a difference. He wasn't in love with her. That's why it was easy for him to just walk off with the other chick.
He finally arrived where she was at, and she wanted to know, if.
But at this point, she done moved on to someone else.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it didn't say she was in love with that dude. It just says she moved on with him.
Relationship, so that would imply that she has strong feelings for that person.
Yeah.
So that means you can't get your girl back past that point?
No.
I gotta make a call. I'll be back.
See you at the coffee shop, bro.
We need to talk. We need to have coffee at 4.
Coffee shop would have only worked if she was not in a relationship.
I agree.
And you know what? The fact that she said, meet me at the car, he would have to meet me at the, try to initiate a meeting. She probably wouldn't. She was in
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Exactly.
But the point that you're missing that she said was that she's in a happy relationship for 6 months. They still
Months.
said, I'm in love with you.
Months, how happy can you be? Like we was locked in for 5 years.
It's called
Owe
honeymoon.
him coffee at least. I
It's
feel
called
like
the
after
honeymoon
5 years, you owe me coffee at least.
You know what? The men were forgetting one very important detail in that scenario. She was cheated on. Robin was cheated on. They were together for 5 years. He cheated on her with another woman and then moved on with the woman he cheated on her with. And meanwhile, she met somebody else and she's in a happy relationship for 6 months. She's not going back to the man that cheated on her. She's happy. That's what the men were missing in this scenario. Once a woman was cheated on, especially after she's moved on with another man in a happy relationship, she's not going back to the cheating man. No. You know, now I have to agree with Sade though. I think that if she was still single when he reached out to her, then maybe she might have still had feelings for him. Maybe the love was still there. And then she would have probably maybe considered going back to him. You know, maybe. But after she's moved on and she's in a happy relationship, she does not owe you anything. You know, there's no reason for you to meet for coffee and discuss anything. She is moved on and she is happy. So, gentlemen, once again, I'm sorry, but I got to side with the women on this one. Okay, the scenario is just, it's cut and dry. She was cheated on, plain and simple, and she is moved on. Thank you. So on that note, that concludes today's episode of Ask the Girl from Schenectady. Now please tune in to next week's episode where the topic will be being ghosted. Yes, I know a lot of us can relate to that one. So you don't want to miss that one. And please, as usual, feel free to comment below if you have a topic that you'd like to see discussed on a future episode. Feel free to comment, or you can follow me on Instagram. I am at IOMagic, and that is spelled AYOMAJEK. And as usual, if you haven't done already, please like and subscribe. Talk to you soon. Smooches.